I have always loved walking around this park, which is less than 5 minutes from my house. I have walked with different people or many times by myself. During Corona, I walked around it almost every day. It was how I could keep myself sane in between countless Zoom meetings. Last year, before the pandemic began, someone asked me, how do you stay filled spiritually when you are in such an isolated and spiritually difficult location? I remember saying that I saw the need to go outside of Bosnia to conferences or gatherings where I would be able to get a fresh infilling, and I was privileged to be able to do that regularly. Even then, I realized that that wasn't a complete answer, as that isn't the only way. However, it became even more clear when a month later and borders started closing down and that going outside of Bosnia was no longer possible. I realized early on that I needed somehow to find ways to get out of my own head, and the park was that outlet for me. I have spent many hours walking and praying around this park. As a creature of habit, I usually go the same way round. One day I met a friend to walk together, and she always went the other way round. So I decided to go with her preference, and we walked her way. It was so refreshing. I saw things in a completely different way. In fact, I saw one completely new view, which was amazing. It has actually become my favorite part of the park now, as it looks like it could be a forest. And you do not see it if you come from my way round. I had been walking in the park for over 15 years and had never seen that perspective before. Here it is in the autumn and also the winter. So beautiful. I realized that one of the things that getting out of Bosnia and going to gatherings did for me was to get a completely different perspective, to get away from the everyday and see a bigger picture, to see the forest for the trees. And I needed to find ways to do that without leaving the country. Spending quality time with the Lord became more of a priority than ever before. Getting His perspective is vital. Getting out into nature, even if it's just walking around this park, has been a lifeline during COVID. Another thing you see on the park is the men playing chess. And you never see just two people. There are always other people that are giving their opinion on what to do, sharing their perspective. Just as the chessmen need another's perspective, even if they sometimes don't want it, I have seen the significance of spending time on Zoom with a coach, with mentors, a spiritual director, with friends and colleagues, so I could get someone else's perspective. So, this summer, take time to get a fresh perspective on your life. See it from different angles. Spend time with friends getting their perspective. Spend time with the Lord getting His perspective. See what actually needs to change or what changes you need to make on how you see things. Do you need to get a mentor, a coach, or maybe go through a full debrief? These things are available through the ELLC. Have a lovely summer and see how refreshing it is when you get a new perspective.